Hello
Hello,
again.
welcome back, friends.
Yes, we are back to continue with our Jyotish series, and now we'll hear about.
We will hear about the zodiac signs.
Okay.
See, most people quite often look at some internet sites and
Okay.
magazines and just they check their predictions on based on their zodiac signs. But I must tell you, in Vedic astrology, there are two things. One is the ascendant, and the other is the moon sign,
Which is important.
which is very important. So, normally, if you ask a common Indian, what is your zodiac sign? The common Indian, if she knows, she will say the moon sign. She will mention the moon sign. Yes. Most Indians don't or may not know the ascendant because the ascendant can be all the 12 ascendants can appear in every single day. So it depends on the exact time of birth. But the moon signs, his moon spends 2.25 days average in one zodiac sign. So, if for example, if today moon is in Cancer, tomorrow also it is expected to be in Cancer.
So if
So
the
it is
difference is one day, it's
yes, easier to know. But I must tell you that there are no fixed calendar dates and the moon signs. So this year on this date the moon sign can be Cancer. Next year on the same date the moon sign can be Libra.
exactly.
So this is one thing. So that is why just by knowing the mere date of birth, you cannot make any guess about the moon sign of the person. But anyway, the astrologer is able to check the moon sign of the person. And even some other people who know the basics of how to look at almanacs like astrological calendars, they can tell you, okay, the baby, you have a baby today in the morning, so the moon sign is this. So it is not so difficult to know. And nowadays, of course, you can see a lot of things on the internet. So the moon sign is very important, and of course the ascendant is actually, for an astrologer, the most important thing in the horoscope, whether you are a Western astrologer or a Vedic
And
astrologer.
what happens if people don't know the hour, even with 2 3 hours
Of
difference?
course,
They are
now
not sure.
there has to be some process called birth time rectification. So birth time rectification has to be done in many cases. Now some people ask me that maybe you see like the birth time can always be wrong by a few minutes. It can be. Well, if it makes a big difference, sometimes it does not make such a big difference. Sometimes it can make a big difference, but the astrologer who is giving you the consultation should feel during the consultation that something is not working out and I need to make an adjustment.
Okay.
An experienced astrologer will be able to feel that something needs to be adjusted. It's not working the way it should. So basically, there are 12 zodiac signs. So I am going to name them. Many of you know, but still, it's good to note one by one, one after the other, and the Sanskrit names.
And
And the
sense.
Sanskrit names. So, as I told you, the zodiac begins with Aries, and the Sanskrit name is Mesha. Okay. The next zodiac sign is Taurus, and the Sanskrit name is Vrishabha.
Rishabha.
Yes. Next comes Gemini, and the Sanskrit name is Mithuna. Okay. Next is Cancer. In Sanskrit, it is called Karkata. Then Leo, it is called Simha. Then comes Virgo or Kanya. Then comes Libra or Tula. Then we have Scorpio or Vrishchika. Then we have Sagittarius or Dhanu. Then we have Capricorn or Makara. Then we have Aquarius or Kumbha. And then we have Pisces or Meena. Now, very interestingly, the descriptions of some zodiac signs according to Greek understanding and the description of some zodiac sign according to Vedic understanding are sometimes very similar, sometimes there are some minor differences also. So, for example, aqua, the word aqua is connected with water, right?
What?
So, and even in different languages, Vadale, Vandans. So in different like Slavic languages,
Vodule.
Vodule. So you find the water element, which is
Yes.
which makes it clear that it has to be connected with water. So basically, the name is water, something like that. But in Vedic system, the name is Kumbha, which means the pot, the utensil.
I'm making relation with kumbhak.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Very
it
good.
comes from this.
Yes.
Kumbhak is to hold.
To hold. Yes.
So vessel.
Yes. So basically, Kumbha is also connected to holding something important. It can be beneficial, it can be harmful also, but holding it carefully so that it doesn't fall off, it doesn't get out. So it's connected with a lot of caution. It's connected with a lot of caution,
And if
sense
you-
of responsibility, balance.
And if you keep water in a vessel, then you have to be careful.
You have to be careful.
That's why.
But
it
we
would
don't
make-
know what is there inside the vessel. There is no description
Yeah,
like that.
because it is difficult to keep water.
Yes, but
That's
it can be milk, it can be poison,
Yeah.
it can be something nutrition like beneficial,
Liquid.
something harmful.
Okay.
So basically, there are some differences like this between some zodiac signs, some descriptions of some zodiac signs. But what is not different is the elements of the zodiac signs. Yes.
Okay.
So this also I would mention that we have 4 kinds of elements. Actually, there are 5 kinds of elements, but we, through our gross senses, we can feel 4 kinds of elements.
Yes.
And all that exists in the 5th element, that is space or ether, which is called Akash. But the other usual elements that we can feel more easily, so they are, of course, fire, earth, air, and water. So fire is called Agni, earth is called Prithvi, air is Vayu, and water is Jala. Okay. So, Aries is fiery sign, Taurus is earthy sign, Gemini is airy, Cancer is watery. So, fire, earth, air, water. Again, we start with fire, earth, air, water. Leo is fiery, Virgo is earthy, Libra is airy, and Scorpio is watery. Then again we go through the same order. Sagittarius is fiery, Capricorn is earthy, Aquarius is airy, and Pisces is watery. So, of course, then there are 3 kinds of energies also, which are moving, fixed, and dual energy, which is a mixture, a balance. Yes. So the moving sign is Aries, then we have a fixed sign that is Taurus, then we have a dual sign that is Gemini, then again we have moving fixed, a dual that is Cancer is moving, Leo is fixed, Virgo is dual, Libra is moving, Scorpio is fixed, Sagittarius is dual, and then again Capricorn is moving, Aquarius is fixed, and Pisces is dual. So we have 3 kinds of energies and 4 kinds of elements. So if we multiply 3 by 4, we get 12 variations. For example, Aries is moving fire, Leo is fixed fire, Sagittarius is dual fire. So for every element there are 3 variations related to energies. So that is why 3 into 4 there can be 12 variations. That is why the whole zodiac has been divided into 12 parts, not 12, not 10, not 14, not 6, not 20. So that is the understandable reason, the scientific reason you can say behind the dividing the zodiac into 12 equal parts.
And also depending on the sun movement, which moves.
Yes, of course. Like sun spends about 1 month in one zodiac sign. So you know, in India, let's say in most parts of India, the new year begins in the middle of April. That is because around 14th or 15th April, the sun enters the first point of Aries or Mesha. So the beginning of the zodiac. So that is the time when the new year begins, including Bengali New Year. It begins at that time. Yes, and right In the middle of May, it moves to Taurus. So that is the next month. And then when Sun moves to Gemini, that is in the middle of June, the next month begins. So, like this, as Sun moves through every single zodiac sign, we have every single ancient month. And the months have some names, and those names are connected to some nakshatras. That is another issue. We will discuss that in future. But the zodiac signs are very important. Now, if you just look at the position of Sun in any horoscope, somebody has Sun in Libra. So you must know the person is born between mid October and mid November. So it can easily be memorized. It will get memorized slowly. Like if some Sun is in Aries, you know the person is born between mid April and mid May. So this is not so difficult. This is understandable. So the zodiac signs, why do we need to know about them? We will gradually understand that later. But every zodiac sign has a specific character, and a planet sitting in a particular zodiac sign is influenced by the character of that zodiac sign.
Okay.
So it's like different countries influencing us. Okay. So next day we will talk about a little bit about houses.
Okay.
And then we will come to specific Sun, Moon, Mars. We will come to that.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was full. Please subscribe if you wish to continue following the series of Jyotish.